Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brick501 and today I want to show you guys how you're able to make thousands and thousands of gold fully AFK in Shadowlands. Now the only thing you're going to need for this farm is a character in Oribos with tailoring, so you can learn Shadowlands tailoring, and then you're going to need to get that Shadowlands tailoring to level 15. And then past that you're just going to need some startup gold or a ridiculous amount of shrouded cloth. And what you're going to be doing is crafting shrouded cloth capes and then selling them to vendors, because the price of cloth on pretty much every server in the game right now is low enough to where you can buy all of the cloth you need to craft as many capes as you want and still be able to make profit by selling them to a vendor. Because even servers where cloth is a bit more expensive, you're still going to be making profit off just selling these to vendors. Pretty much everybody I've talked to on their servers, their cloth is cheaper than on my server. On my server, the shrouded cloth is 7 gold a piece, and you're still making over 4 gold profit off every cape you sell to a vendor. And one of the best things about this is you're not selling them on the auction house. You don't have to wait for someone to buy them. You're just selling them to a vendor, so it's pretty much infinite amount of gold being generated. Now there are a few ways to reduce the cost of making these capes, and the first one is to buy your penumbra thread, which you need 1 per craft, from your main capital city. So if I just go through my characters and find one that is exalted with Stormwind and I go to Stormwind, every penumbra thread is going to be 4 gold instead of the 5 gold that it is in Oribos. So that's 1 gold reduced per cape, which might not sound like a lot, but if you're fully AFK doing this for hours, that's going to be thousands of capes crafted, so you're going to be saving yourself thousands of gold. And it's very easy to get at least one of your characters or have one of your characters exalted with either Ogremar or Stormwind to be able to go buy this thread at 1 gold cheaper. And another really good way to make more gold off this is to actually farm the shrouded cloth yourself. Now I have multiple AoE farming spots in Shadowlands, and I've farmed up like 6,500 cloth in just a couple of days of only farming these spots for a half an hour or an hour at a time a few times. So if you bring a tailor to any of these AoE farm spots that I've done other videos on or that other people have done videos on, you're going to be getting thousands and thousands of cloth, and then you can just build up a bunch of cloth and go AFK farm this for hours and hours, making a ton of extra gold. But just for the numbers in this video, I'm going to take all of the cloth as being bought for 7 gold a piece, and like I said, so many servers are going to have cloth much cheaper than that. Even on my server, as you'll see in the video, has some cloth being sold cheaper for that. So if you can wait for some times where the cloth is a bit cheaper, or most likely your server is just going to be cheaper pretty much all of the time, so you're going to even be getting more profit than I'm getting. And I'm going to round a few of these prices just to make the numbers a bit easier, but with all of my rounding in this, it ended up being less than the amount of gold I would actually be making, so you can expect to be making a little bit more gold than what I'm going to talk about here. And making these shrouded cloth capes, it takes 1 penumbra thread and 4 shrouded cloth, so keep that in mind when looking up the prices on your specific server. So if I'm buying all cloth for 7 gold a piece and all penumbra thread for 4 gold a piece, that comes out to 32 gold to craft 1 cape, and the cape's vendor for 36 gold and 50 silver. Now that's actually rounded slightly down, so rounded I'd be making 4 gold and 50 silver of profit per cape, but realistically that's going to be more even on my server just from rounding. And like I said, most likely on majority of the servers you're going to be able to get cloth for cheaper than that, or you can farm it yourself and really up the amount of profit you're going to be getting for these. Every craft of one of these capes is going to take 2 seconds. So for argument's sake, let's say you have 4 bags of 30 slot bags of empty space. So you have 120 slots of completely empty space in your bags when doing this. It's going to take 4 minutes to fill up all those slots, and I'm not going to be adding in how much time it takes to sell. Just for argument's sake, this may be slightly higher gold per hour or slightly lower gold per hour. So taking all of that into consideration, you're going to be able to make about 1,800 capes in an hour. And with you making 4 gold and 50 silver off every cape, that's 8,100 gold per hour just from crafting and selling capes to a vendor. And this is able to be done pretty much fully AFK. All you would have to do is have 120 slots, craft for 4 minutes, watch some Netflix for 4 minutes, pause your Netflix every 4 minutes, sell all of your capes and restart it. And you're legitimately going to be making close to 10,000 gold. Once you start getting the cloth down to cheaper prices on your server, and if you have more slots in your bag, you're going to be getting up closer to 5 figures gold per hour. And I know that may not sound like a lot of gold when compared to actively farming a mob grinding spot or harvesting or something, but remember, this is fully AFK. You pretty much just have to stop whatever else you're doing, sell some capes every 4 minutes, and then go back to doing something else. And you could even change that to longer intervals depending on how many slots of bag space you have. You could potentially have quite a bit more bag slots if you took everything out of your bags besides just some cloth and some of the thread. So you could potentially have like 20 or 30 more slots if I'm not mistaken, which would put it to maybe closer to 5 minutes, to where you can do something for 5 minutes, fully AFK, come back, sell all of your capes, then start crafting again. And something else I'd also recommend doing is getting a ridiculous amount of thread and a ridiculous amount of cloth if you're planning on doing this for hours and hours and hours, and either sending them to the character you're going to be crafting on so they're all in your mailbox, or if you have enough space in your bank, filling up your bank with all that. I wouldn't recommend doing it with a guild bank because of the lag that there usually is when trying to take stuff out of the guild bank. So either have it in your mailbox or have it in your personal bank. That's going to make it much quicker, so you're not carrying as much on you, and so you'll have a massive supply just waiting for you to easily be able to take it out whenever you need it. So that's pretty much all you're going to be doing. You're going to be crafting these capes and selling them to a vendor for a pretty ridiculous amount of gold when you consider this being a fully AFK farm. So subscribe if you want to see more WoW or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this AFK farm, and thanks for watching.